the controversial issue of the Buffett rule. The Buffett rule, was inspired by Warren Buffett, who we have here today, was made so that any household who made over $1 million would have a tax rate of 30%. So today's guest debaters are Warren Buffett.
Hello Anita, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Very good, nice to be here with you guys.
And the Harry Juicy Barbie female rapping sensation, Nicki Minaj. Miss Minaj. Oh, sorry, I was tweeting. What's up? Miss Minaj, to answer all our viewers who may be wondering, what makes you a credible source to be debating on such a topic?
I'm Nicki Minaj. You're welcome.
So, Mr. Buffett, I understand that you inspired the Buffett rule. Can you tell our viewers a little more about it?
Well, host, when I was walking to the office one day, me and my secretary ended up having a little conversation. Somehow taxes came up, I'm not really sure how, but she's a young, lovely young lady. Turns out, I somehow pay a lower marginal tax rate than she does, and I make a way higher income than her, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, and society should not be set or prone to any of this ridiculousness. The higher earners should be absolutely paying more in taxes.
So, Nicki, how do you feel about Mr. Buffett's comments?
Oh, well, it's nice that you care about your secretary and other middle-class taxpayers, but just because you feel your tax savings aren't being used to stimulate the economy doesn't mean other millionaires aren't doing the same. If we implement the Buffett rule, so many funds for research and development and other and capital investments will become available.
So back to you, Mr. Buffett. In your opinion, what are the pros to enacting this tax legislation?
Well, for one, right now in America, the uneven distribution of wealth is not a main concern by anyone in the economy. With the struggling economy, especially right now with the whole stuff that happened in 08 to 10, we need more wealth distribution within the economy. People are struggling, and all the tax cuts that the wealthy are getting aren't doing anything for the whole economy. With the Buffett rule, we could raise a ton of money, almost $47 billion a year. That will go for research and development, tax cuts for the middle class and poor, and then we could also use it to implement more revenue-making procedures within our community. President Obama believes that we can't keep giving the wealthiest people in America tax codes. We're really killing the rest of the citizens in the U.S. because they are not receiving the same benefits as the wealthies. Studies have shown that 60% of all Americans believe that the uneven distribution in America is a serious problem, and 59% of all the wealthiest Americans also believe that the implementation of the Buffett rule would do a lot of good for society. Not only equal out the distribution of wealth for millionaires in the middle class, but also pump more money into the government and the economy.
You mentioned President Obama. Isn't it true that he paid less in his taxes than his secretary did?
Yes, this is completely true. President Obama and his wife actually recorded the income around $800,000 last year, and they only paid around the taxes about $160,000, which I believe that equates to like a marginal tax rate of around 20% or so, which I find is a little ridiculous for the president. She should be paying way more in taxes than his secretary. But what's even more is crazier is Mitt Romney. He made $22 million last year, and he only reported a marginal tax rate of around 14%. Isn't that unfair? If people are making that much more money, shouldn't their tax rates be that much higher?
So this does seem like a fair proposal, Mr. Buffett, but Ms. Minaj...
Wait. Can I have a drink, please?
Excuse me.
Oh, thank you.
So, Ms. Minaj, why do you so strongly oppose this rule?
Well, $47 billion may seem like a lot to the average American, but this seemingly large number won't make a slightest dent in our federal deficit. Like President Obama and all the other Democrats, they're using this huge number to trick all of you to think that they're going to help you, and they're just using your support politically. But for all of you who think that this money is going to end up in your pockets, you'll never see it and it won't help you.
other critics of the Buffett rule claim that it will negatively affect small businesses. How do you reply?
Well, although the fact that many citizens believe that just because you're successful you shouldn't be punished for making more money than the rest of the society does, people don't understand what the truth is behind how much they're paying in taxes. This really only applies to 3 out of every 1,000 Americans in the Buffett rule, and very, very little small businesses or athletes ever have to worry about being affected by this rule because they're already paying their marginal tax rates. Small businesses, athletes, and the wealthy are all in the same category of paying the same or near their marginal tax rates. So just because the rule is implied and used and should be put into effect, it won't change the lives or change the lifestyle of any of those class of people.
Great points, Mr. Buffett.
Thank you.
So, Ms. Minaj, according to recent headlines, you have outwardly supported Republicans, specifically Mitt Romney, in your cameo of Lil Wayne's song Mercy. Is this true? What's that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Somebody please tell me who the F I is. I am Nicki Minaj. I pay my taxes. You say it's to make the rich pay their fair share, but it only generates us welfare. That's why we say no, 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 to the Buffett rule. No, 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 to the Buffett rule. No, no. Woo! Excuse me, you're ignoring the fact. Well, this is great shop. What about that? I mean, buy, tax them higher, auxiliary Wooldridge supply. Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Somebody please tell me who the F I is. I am Nicki Minaj. I pay my taxes. You Democrats need to relax.
Oh, well, this has never happened before. Well, so, Mr. Buffett, since Nicki Minaj has nothing else to say, do you have any closing remarks?
Yeah, I'm stunned by what just happened, to be honest. But basically what I wanted to get out and close my remarks and finish this whole great interview that I had with you, Anita, was the Buffett rule really needs to be put into effect as soon as possible. It's imperative for the people of America to have equal opportunity and have even distribution of wealth within society. People are being essentially robbed and taken money away from them that pays for their bills and pays for their kids to go to college and have the same opportunities as the rich and the wealthy in the American public. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much, though, for your time.
Well, that's it, and you heard it live on Channel 1212 Tax News. See you next time!
This one is for the boys with the booming system. Top town AC with the coolest system. When he come up in the club, he be blazing up. Got stacks on deck like he's saving up. And he ill, he real, he might got a deal. He pop bottles and he got the right kind of bill. He cold, he dope, he might sell coke. He always in the air, but he never fly couch. He a motherfucking drip drip, seller or the drip drip. When he make a drip drip.